Alright, it's time to take on the dragon in hardcore. The ultimate barrier between me and an amazing world. But first, let's talk about how we got here. Before heading out to the stronghold, I went for some strength. I like to have some scaffolding in the dragon fight. Here I am, ready to throw my first Eye of Ender. I was hoping for the best, but I got the worst. You see, the terrain in this direction is not favorable. I threw another Eye of Ender, and right here, I felt a sense of dread. This result meant the stronghold was in the direction of a vast, empty ocean that spanned over 1,000 blocks. But I had no choice, so I set sail, hoping that it might be on an island, or at least in shallow water. After going for a little while, I stopped at this island, but I knew I wouldn't be that lucky. I was starting to accept that I'd have to swim deep into the ocean when hope was restored. I remembered from my previous visit that this mushroom islet is actually quite large. I was casually strolling when I almost fell into this pit of doom. I mean, why is this even here? And then, the best thing happened. I had passed up the stronghold, which means it was under this island, and I wouldn't have to go diving in the ocean. Now to mark the area. And get digging. And honestly, this was the most shallow stronghold I've ever found. This was quick. And then I discovered the stronghold, while underground, is technically exposed to the ocean. Look at this, it's crazy. I could have found it by sailing over it. Alright, let's get some loot and find the portal. And here's the library, which is great news because I didn't have that much strength. This went on for quite some time. From here, I continued looting and exploring. And right about here is where things got complicated. The stronghold was cut in half by this cave, which kind of made me nervous because creepers don't make any noise until it's too late for you to do anything about it. So I made a path to get out if I needed to and lit up the area. I came across a second library, but honestly, I wasn't too interested in that right now. There was a brief and horrifying moment where I thought the portal might be flooded because I was hearing lava behind this wall and the room was flooded. Fortunately, it was just an underground lava lake. That was a relief. Then I heard some lava popping through this wall. And finally, all the exploration paid off. There's only one thing left to do. That's right, turn around and go back to base. I had to go in real life, and I have a rule in this world. I don't exit the game anywhere outside my base, ever. I was absentmindedly making my way back to base while talking to my friend, and I accidentally went the complete opposite direction from the base and came across this pillager outpost. I decided to stop here and grab some bad omens so I could do a raid and get a totem when I got back to them. And check. Unfortunately, the loot here was terrible, so I went back to base for real this time. I took the long way around to avoid running into the village near my base when it started. You see, I forgot 3 villagers still counts as a trigger for starting a raid. Occasionally you're gonna hear my friend and I talking. Sorry about that.
The raid got triggered.
Uh-oh.
They're attacking my base though. This is bad, dude. This is really bad. This base is not ready for a raid at all. It's stuck. Idiots. Perfect. Okay, this is the best I can do. Oh my god, he fell into the pen with my cows. Cows to kill this guy. Okay, cool.
Now that I had a totem from the evokers that kept falling into my iron farm, I felt so much better. I had so much loot from the stronghold and the iron farm collection chest that I just had to take a break every wave and dump some inventory.
I did it!
And just like that, it was over. You have no idea how stressed out I was when this raid started because I was in no way prepared for this. When I got on the next day, I was determined. I brewed some strength potions for the dragon fight and headed to the stronghold. I went through my final checks, made sure everything was in place, grabbed my ender chest, and accidentally paused recording and defeated the dragon. You have no idea the immense disappointment I had here. I couldn't believe this happened. I knew I'd have to fight the dragon again for this video, but for now, all I could do was move on and get my elytra and shulker boxes. I mean, what else could I do here? The hope of recording the first dragon fight was gone. And I'm so sorry to those of you who were looking forward to it. But don't stop watching yet because I'm not done here. So I went into the portal and what a place to spawn. I began lighting up the area so my portal would be easy to find later when I flew back. If you watched my Nether survival guide, you know the best way to find your way home is to place torches frequently. This same advice is even more important in the end dimension. In the Nether, there's a lot of similar areas, but in the end, everything looks the same. There's no familiar areas. It's all Endstone Island and Chorus Fruit trees. Trust me, you don't want to get lost here. Bring stacks of sticks and charcoal so you can make hundreds of torches. Anyway, I got super lucky and found this end city that had a ship within about 5 minutes. Which is crazy, because the last time I did this, it legitimately took me 2 hours of wandering the end to find even one city. I opted to take the safe way up to the elytra rather than fighting dozens of soon-to-be shulker boxes. Finally, I was free from the ground. I immediately put down an anvil and enchanted my newly acquired wings. I like to be prepared, so I had everything already in my ender chest ready to go. I crafted my first shulker box because I was already low on inventory space. Time to go get some shulker shells. All in all, the haul was pretty good. But it was right here I realized I forgot paper and gunpowder. I had no rockets. I glided as far as I could and began my walk of shame back to my port. But I was very glad I left my trail of torches. It made it way easier to find my way back. Look at me running around like some kind of peasant that doesn't have elytra. Now it's time to go back to the overworld and get what I need to make end crystals so I can fight the dragon again. And here's me realizing that I spawned in at the world spawn because I've never right-clicked on a bed in this world ever. And 2 angry endermen followed me in somehow. Come on! I grabbed my boat from my ender chest and set sail like the clown I am for forgetting rockets. Then I came across this shipwreck that I remembered looting when I started this world. That being said, I was still around 2,000 blocks away from base. Finally, a sight for sore eyes. I wasted no time getting to work acquiring the gas tiers I'd need to make the end crystals. Kind of a crazy spawn for a gas there, but I was okay with it. Overall, I got done very quickly, so I headed back topside and made my end crystals, and flew back to the stronghold. And now it's time to defeat the dragon for the second time today. In the spirit of recreating the first dragon fight, I put my elytra away and did it the way it was meant to be done. Get ready for a fight. And great, already angered an Enderman. As I did in the first fight, I immediately got to work on the end crystals. Even though I have Feather Falling 4, I always take a potion of Slow Falling with me before I go up. The End Dragon could knock me towards the void, and I'd need that time to throw an Ender Pearl and save my life. Always remember to grab yourself some Dragon's Breath when fighting the dragon. And right here, I made a mistake that legitimately almost ended the world. I tried to drink my strength potion, but accidentally switched to an Ender Pearl. The sheer panic I felt back there for a second was worse than you know. I really thought it was all over, but that obsidian pillar saved me. And just like last time, the dragon never stood a chance. For the second time today, the dragon fell. I really hope this makes up for missing the first one. I went back to the end ship because I realized I forgot the best decoration in the dimension. I grabbed a few more shulker shells and flew home. But not before grabbing some obsidian. Might need that in the future. This time when I went home, I had an area set up as my spawn point during the day so I wouldn't have to fly back. And now I made it home safe. Next video, we're going to be taking on the challenge of doing a major overhaul to the base and the common grounds. Leave a comment down below if there's anything you want to see here. In the meantime, go check out my Nether survival guide. And if you've already seen that, I have a tutorial for a 100% lossless bamboo and sugarcane farm that you might like. Drop a like and subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching. And remember, I do take requests, so just comment whatever you want to see down below, and who knows, maybe I'll pick your idea.